You're confused every day what you should cook. You do not comb your hair every day. You ask your children, what should you cook? You open your freeze and there is only one thing to cook, one vegetable, but still you have the confusion, what should you cook? You have not bathed since 1 week. You are not changed your clothes since yesterday. You don't care for yourself. You forgot what was your hobby, what you used to write, what you used to draw. You have no orientation of time, place, person. You are living your life like a zombie. You don't know what to do, when to do, what you are doing. Just living your life. It's like a leaf which is detached from a tree, waving and going in the wind. All those people should keep their camera off. All those who have a good smile, cheerful face, happiness in their heart should start their camera. Okay. Blink your eyes if you are having all those symptoms which are mentioned, because you don't want to other people to know, you are having a social taboo. Oh my God, if I disclose, what will people think? They will think you are mental, psycho. All those who you are concerned, actually they are also psycho. So you don't need to worry about. Everyone is psycho. You know? But we are decided not to use this word psycho. It doesn't look good. So we are decided to use the word correct. We are decided to use the word emotional turbulence in the book. The first page talks about that. When you read the first page, you get connected with the author. You read first 25 pages fast, then you read every chapter. Every chapter is a condition in this book. For each condition, there are diagnostic symptoms, how to counsel the client, how to manage them, what are their common questions, how to answer, medicine side effect, and the most important, how actually I talk to the client for every condition. So there is a conversation between client and counselor in this book. When you read it, you will be able to help your clients, people surrounding you. You will be able to, when you read this, you will be able to heal the person. You will be able to help the person who lives in the mirror. And next time, start your video. Smile. Yeah. There are some still students who have started their video, and there are some who, their diagnosis is zombies. They have decided not to do it. No problem. There are some students who have started their video and their face is like, so I'm going to switch off your video. If you want to keep your video on, smile. The days you don't like to smile, don't go from your home. Stay shut down at your home. In the room, don't show your face. You don't distribute your sadness to people. When you go out, you should infect people with your smile, cheerfulness. The smile comes when you have happiness in your heart, when you are doing something good with your life, whatever that good is. If you like to take care of your children, that is your good. If you like to take care of yourself, that is your good. If you like to be stay at home, relax in the AC, eat dry fruits, wow, that's a good life actually. If you like to help people, good. If you like to earn money, good. How many of you like to earn money? Write down in the chat. Those who don't write, I will assume they have attained the nirvana and they should go and live on the Venus. Very good. Those who write, they only earn. There are always some people who don't write. They say, sir, I want to earn, but I don't want to write. Yeah, what is your diagnosis? Very good. Very good. Around 50% people want to earn money. Remaining 50%, they are like, sir, actually, I have outsourced that task to my husband. Wow, I like you so much. Very good. So you have taken care to marry a good husband. Okay. Actually, that person also should feel the same, okay, with you. Now, make sure you reciprocate that. Yeah. When you probe someone, there is a love style. Okay. In this book, now we are talking of you should reciprocate. How can you reciprocate? There are 6 ways to reciprocate your love. It's mentioned in this book. So how do you reciprocate your love? One is by providing financial resources, support, all those things, financial things, right? Good place to live, good food to eat, good clothes, right? So provider. So you reciprocate your love by providing things. Second is you express your love by talking. You talk, you say, I love you. Now there is a risky statement. Now there are always people, two types of people. One is someone who will say, I love you, and they will show in their action also. Yeah. When they do something, it feels, yes, they love you. And the second type of people, those who say, I love you, but in their action, it is very visible what they mean, what you mean to them. You mean dustbin to them. Write down if you have such person in your life, or write down if you do that with someone else. So blink your eyes if you are the second type of person, yeah, because you don't want your partner to know that you are that person, yeah. Write down. Then there is a third part of love, which is service. You want to serve people. I will cook good food because you brought me good clothes today. You brought me some gold. So today I'm going to cook favorite dish for you. Okay. Okay, child, you got a good marks today. So I'm going to cook a good food for you. So that's a service. The fourth aspect of love is intimacy. Yeah. So you touch, you kiss, you hug. So all those are expressions of love. Who is the marriage counseling student will say the fifth style and the sixth style of love? Hey, write down, Barkha, you have read the book. Gavri, all those marriage counseling student. Third one is what? Service. And the first one is what? Hey, what was first? Provider and service. So, okay. So there is a role difference, Provider means will spend money actually. Okay. Right. So provider involves spending money. Okay. So you love someone, that someone expresses love in terms of providing for you. Okay. Buying things for you, all those things. Services, you don't buy, but you serve, you cook, or you clean their desk. Yeah. So I had one manager, I will tell you interesting story on this. So I had one manager and I still have her actually. So, what was her? She used to, out of like her affection, everyone knows that I like my desk clean every day. Okay, I will clean it myself. That is my protocol. Working desk, I will clean myself. But then this manager started out of affection cleaning my desk every day. One day she came to me and she cried. And she said, what happened? She said, I had a nightmare. So yeah, what was your nightmare? She said, sir, you asked the another manager to clean my desk. So for her, that is the expression of love, service. Understand the difference? You can this how. So when you read this book, you will realize what are the meaning of all those things. And in this book, you also learn the relate pillar test, 25 test. So how do you identify what is the problem between the couple? So if you are a person who is undergoing turbulence in your marriage, yeah, we don't use the word difficult marriage. We use the word turbulence in marriage, yeah, storm in marriage. Then this book will really help you. Yeah. Fifth and sixth, I'm waiting for some marriage counseling student to write down that point. Yeah, it is their responsibility. Quality time. I see. I knew this is a talented girl. Yeah. So now quality time. So whether you spend quality time, I tell you one example. You like to sit in the balcony. For you, that is a quality time spent. And your partner wants to watch TV or movie. That is a quality time spent. But whether your partner compromises his quality time for you and sit in the balcony like a stupid, foolish, crazy person gazing at the stars because you like to do that. You understand? That is a quality time. You like birds watching. So your partner says, wow, beautiful bird. Even if your partner doesn't acknowledge, doesn't know that bird is beautiful, yeah. But because you like that, that's why your partner is quality time. Words of affirmation means basically you are good, you look pretty, you're looking nice, you cook good food, even if that food didn't have salt, partner appreciates. You are very lucky if it is happening with you. Okay. Yeah. Today you experiment some new dish or new style, something, and your partner appreciates you. Okay. You show your support, your partner acknowledges you. You want to do something. Yeah. You want to do PhD and your partner says, yes, yes, go ahead, go. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. You want to start your center, your partner says, yes, go ahead. I believe in you. That is very important. Otherwise, you can write down who are you actually. Don't worry. So I will talk to your partner. There are some people always, the partner says, hey, I know what you're going to do in your life. You yourself need your psychology counseling, some therapy for yourself and what you're going to help someone. Then there are some students who use the platforms, art for fun and hard to paper, right? So in India, there is no platform for artists, a good platform, a very less cost or maybe free. Yeah. So artforfun.in, this platform is sponsored by me. So here you can put your artwork. There are always students who say, sir, my family, they don't like my artwork. I say, it's not for them. You are doing this for yourself, to motivate you to get connected to yourself, to be connected with yourself. When you were happy, that time you used to do art. And now all this marriage turbulence, emotional turbulence, they have lead, and people not believing you and saying, hey, what this stupid painting? Yeah, that stupid painting is good. For me, it is good. That is my level. Yeah, for me, it is the best painting. Now, do you have any problem? I don't care. I want to show my talent to the world. That's why this platform is for you, for each one of you. Okay. So people believe you, doesn't matter. You believe in your art, doesn't matter. If you like it, you do it because it releases dopamine. Yeah, one of the happy hormones. And to motivate you, this platform is there, artforfun.in. Take maximum benefit. Now, there are some students who write the poems and essays, blogs, articles. All those who do that, they only can appreciate how beautiful the poem is. Other will not appreciate. And that's why for you, this platform is there for heart2paper.in. Right? So take maximum benefit of it for yourself. So that is words of affirmation. Okay. If you're not lucky to have a partner like that, no problem. You are lucky to have a mentor like that. So who will appreciate your work and who is giving you such investing lakhs of rupees for such platforms to promote you, to release your dopamine. So dopamine is so important. It is worth lakhs of rupees. To find happiness, how much you can spend money? You write down this answer in your paper and then decide, if I have this money, can I buy the happiness? Both are difficult philosophical questions. We start the topic for today now. Yeah. So this is all the diagnosis of, if you are going to write ADSD, that is your diagnosis, to jump to a diagnosis so early. You should not label anyone like ADSD and OCD. Okay. First, you should start your camera. If you're not started your camera, it means you have a depression going on, right? And if you refuse your depression, it means there is a minor chance either you have a narcissist personality or a schizo. Very terrible diagnosis. Okay. So all the test, all the diagnostic things, if it is mentioned in the book somewhere, you will not use it for diagnosing yourself. Okay. Use it for diagnosing your spouse. That adds spice in your life. Which chapter you want today? Should we do PTSD? Yeah. What is PTSD? Someone is going to write. Write down what is PTSD. Open the chapter PTSD. If you have not received the book, wait. Don't worry. Most of you have received. So I asked, what is PTSD? And the answer is PTSD, sir. Okay, wow, good. Okay. So what you are talking is, Shreya has given the correct answer. Others are giving the full form of the answer actually. So what is PTSD? Post-traumatic stress disorder. What is post-traumatic stress disorder? Sir, PTSD, just we repeated few minutes back. Okay, very good. So what is PTSD is? The flashbacks of the events. You know, when you go through certain traumatic event, when you go through some emergency in your life, there are only two responses. What you are going to do? Either you will run or you will fight. Okay. So when you want to run or fight, there is a sudden release of adrenaline, cortisol, your heart rate increases, your respiration rate increases, depth of respiration decreases, your brain is extremely alert, your body becomes extremely alert. All the hormones, all the neural responses, they prepare your body for fight or flight. Yeah, either you want to fight a tiger and or you want to run away. Yeah. Don't, if you are a vegetarian, don't say to the tiger, hey tiger, I'm a vegetarian, don't eat me. A tiger doesn't care if you are vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Tiger wants to eat you if you are there. Yeah. So the better option is to fight. Uh, I mean, the better option is to run away. And so when you get into, now everyone has different emotional bank balance. Okay. Someone who has a low emotional bank balance. So what will happen? Normally, your body is prepared for this thing. Okay. There are some people whose body is prepared, mind, body, everything, neurochemical response, neural and hormonal response. Neurochemical response is prepared for this crisis. Now, someone who has a low emotional bank balance. So what will happen is there is a sudden surge of neurochemical responses, and the body is not accustomed to this. Okay. So there is an overwhelming response. Okay. Now there is another problem. If someone has this trauma multiple time or maybe trauma for longer time, yeah, the most common trauma 90% in psychology counseling clients is marriage. So if you are having a turbulent marriage or a traumatic relationship long time, or if you undergone certain crisis, which your duration is this much, but you have undergone crisis this much time. Okay. If your duration for survival in a particular marriage is this much, you are still surviving this much. So that going to happen PTSD. Okay. I will tell you now how to diagnose the PTSD. So what happens in PTSD first? Your body, your neurochemical responses freezes in that moment. Okay. What is the meaning of this? Freezes in that. Normally you are here. Your hormones, your chemical response, your heightened sense of awakening and all those things, alertness is at this level. Because of certain crisis, it rises to this level, your neurochemical responses, all the stress hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, everything. Now, they have risen from base level. Second part, one part. Second part is they are risen for longer, prolonged duration, or they are heightened multiple times in loops. So there is a loop, okay, right? And because of this, your body, your neurochemical response freezes at a heightened level. Now you are afraid that something is going to happen. Now you are worried something wrong is going to happen. That is stress actually. Yeah. When you have high cortisol level, it will impact your body. So what are the impacts on body? High heart rate, high respiration rate, low depth of breathing, fast contraction, and forceful contraction of heart. Positive anatrophic and positive chronotrophic effect. Then alertness, either diarrhea or constipation, because in the stressful scenario, you don't need your intestine to work much. You want other senses to work much. You want liver to produce more glucose, high risks of diabetes, high risks of hypertension, all those things. Then there is a high level of cortisol in your body. High level of cortisol also leads to your cortisol belly. So many people, they say that, oh, after marriage, I got fat. The belly has come. After marriage, the fat has accumulated surrounding the middle part of the body. You know what is the diagnosis? After marriage, your cortisol level rose so much chronically that you had the cortisol belly. Huh? So you should fight with your spouse today for blaming them for your excess fat deposition. high adrenaline level. So what will happen is all this will lead to chronic, this high cortisol level, high adrenaline level will lead to high level of stress. When you have stress, you worry much. Because you worry, because you are afraid of some event in future, or you are afraid of the previous event, or you are afraid of the repeat of the same event. These are the three fears you have. That's why more cortisol will release, more adrenaline will release. So there is a vicious cycle. You are trapped in that. So what will happen is you will have flashbacks. You are trapped in you are frozen in that moment of high cortisol level. Okay? If you had how to diagnose it, very simple. You don't need to go to war to experience PTSD. Okay, you will read in many books that veterans, army, soldier, they experience PTSD. No, you are experiencing PTSD. I will tell you, most of you. Simple question, one question. There was an event, a fight, a episode, a crisis in your life. It happened 6 months back. You are still having flashbacks. If it is happening with you, write down in the comment. Yeah. Write down PTSD. Yes. Okay. If an event which happened, a crisis, episode, a fight, embarrassing moment, if you are having flashbacks, even after 6 months, you are having either during dream or while awakened, or because certain same trigger factor, some trigger factors, you have that flashback. You are going through PTSD. So what is the meaning of this? Even if it is happening sometimes, it is there. What is the meaning of this? You don't need to go to a war. You don't need to be a soldier to experience PTSD. You simply have to marry someone to get PTSD. Good diagnosis? So that is the biggest cause of PTSD, most common cause of PTSD. Don't get fooled when you read in some book that going to a war or pandemic causes PTSD. These are rare scenarios. Most common is this. If you agree to it, blink your eyes. You can write in the chat if your spouse is not watching you. And if you are afraid that person is going to watch you and kill you after this, then you can blink your eyes. Yeah, because you are going through PTSD, you are so much afraid of that person. Blinking your eyes makes sense. Yeah, you cannot write it here. If you are having flashbacks, they are going to affect you. I tell you two responses they are going to affect you. One is, as a normal human being, or earlier before this crisis, you used to behave in a particular way to particular trigger. There is a trigger, certain incidents, you used to behave in a particular manner. Now, because you have the flashbacks, you are behaving in a different manner. One. Second, because whenever you have flashback, suddenly there a fear is there. Suddenly you get afraid. You don't know what is that fear. Yeah? You start getting worried. Your heart rate increases. Your breathing increases. Sweating happens. Yeah? There are certain images when you get so-called flashbacks, pleasant memories. You understand? So if it is a pleasant memory image, the response is going to be pleasant. You are going to feel good. Dopamine is going to get released. Yeah? But if it is correct, when it is PTSD, the flashbacks don't cause pleasant experience. It causes very unpleasant experience. And this unpleasant can differ for everyone. Someone can have panic attack. Someone can have fear. Yeah? Correct. So even if you are having dreams, okay, nightmare of an event which happened 6 months back, you are going through PTSD. It needs healing. How do you store your memories? Memories are not stored as some written statement or words. Yeah, you are not typing something in computer. So your memories, we store, human beings, we store our memories as images. Yeah, correct. So whenever that is the reason that certain images, they give us pleasant experience. Certain images, they give us unpleasant experience. Right? Now you need to identify two things. Number one, what is your trigger factor? something happening every day or something happening that triggers you for your flashbacks and unpleasant experience. Number two, very important, you need to identify what is your emotional trauma or crisis or betrayal or multiple traumas that has led to your PTSD. You need to heal this trauma. Okay. Don't get fooled when someone says you, okay, you have to expose yourself to this trigger factor so that your body will get accomplished. Hey, get out, shut up. Doesn't work. Most of the clients will drop out. Try it on yourself. Whatever is your fear. If you are afraid of snake, go stand with the 5 snakes. How long you do that? If you are afraid of spiders, touch 5 spiders. If you are afraid of lizard on the wall, try to catch the lizard. If you think you cannot do that, then how can you expect a client to put in the exposure therapy? Yeah, they will drop out. Okay, so exposure therapy doesn't work in one session. It has to work in 10 sessions, 15 sessions. And the client, if drops out in middle, there is a bad scenario. There is a psychological havoc a counselor has laid on the client actually. Okay, and there is a question mark. How much exposure therapy is going to help you? Yeah, that is a stupid thing. Okay, this trigger is causing you some unpleasant experience. I will put you more in that trigger so that your body will get accomplished. Hey, what nonsense you are talking? Because you don't understand the concept of emotional trauma. That's why this nonsense you are talking of trigger factor. Those people who understand the concept of emotional trauma, they will focus on healing this emotional trauma, replacing those traumatic memory and erasing bad memories. You understand? Yeah. How many of you agree with trigger healing versus emotional trauma healing? Write down in the chat. Emotional trauma, trigger, whatever is your opinion. Write down in the chat. And if someone, those who are not writing, they believe in trigger healing, today itself, you go catch one lizard in your house. Try to heal your fear of lizard. Ah, okay. Cook one spider dish. If you are afraid of height, go to bungee jumping. What stupid nonsense. Hmm. So the exposure therapy, prolonged exposure therapy was the concept when there is no concept of emotional trauma, when there was no concept of neuroplasticity. Okay. So what is neuroplasticity? Where whatever memories we store in our brain, okay, we store it through synapses. What are synapses? In the brain, you have neurons. Yeah. So these two neurons, when you have, when you form new memory, when you learn something new, when you experience something, that is stored as a new synapse. These two neurons, they come together, they expand in the length, okay? They come together and they connect with each other. They do not touch. There is a picomicron gap in between them. They communicate with each other through electrochemical impulse. There is electrical current also going and some chemicals also going. One of the chemical is dopamine. Yeah? So neurochemical response is there. Okay. They need electric current also and they need some chemicals also. So they are not touched. Now, because your synapses are formed in a particular way, you have stored this knowledge in a particular way. You have stored this experience or a memory in a particular way. That's why you are responding in a different way. If you are a 10th pass person, you are going to respond to a different way for the question when comes, how can I earn more money? Right? If you are a PhD, you are going to respond to that question differently. Similarly, when you had some traumatic event, that traumatic event, if it is affecting you, you are going to respond in a different way because the synapses are formed in a different way. If you are a person who is not affected by this event, you are not traumatized, that event has happened, okay? But you're not traumatized, you are going to respond in a different way, right? So that's how you store those memories, the knowledge. Now, when you do neuroplasticity, what is neuroplasticity? There are methods in psychotherapy, Sunday classes, you learn neuroplasticity. You are able to change this synapses. When you change this synapses, they fire different way. Now, when they fire different way, the same trigger, you are responding in a different manner. Understand? So, when the concept of neuroplasticity is there, you don't need prolonged exposure therapy. Because prolonged exposure therapy was there because they didn't know there is a concept of neuroplasticity. So now, because neuroplasticity there, you can heal this emotional trauma. There is a traumatic event stored in particular images in synapses. You can change it to different synapse, different image. There is a similar trigger factor happening, but now because you have changed your synapses, the response is going to be different. All those Sunday students who have been attending psychotherapy neuroplasticity classes, has it changed you personally? Yeah, write down in the chat, changed, neuroplasticity changed me. Change, write down the word change. Yeah, change, very good. So how you are responding to the fight, or how you are responding to an event, or the same dream, same image, same thing. Very good. So use neuroplasticity. That will help you, your client, permanently. All this anxiety, stress, depression, PTSD, flashbacks, fighting with spouse, fighting with manager, not working, procrastinating, zombies, not known what to do in your life, frozen in the present state, days going on, you are not aware what you did yesterday, what you did in the morning. Hey, you are a zombie now. Okay, someone has made you zombie. That villain has won. So you need neuroplasticity. Yeah. Ayushi, please submit the research document which says EMDR is the most recommended for PTSD. Okay. And what is EMDR? You should say, you are mentioning it is the most recommended. So Ayushi, please answer what is EMDR? EMDR, I don't know. You talk, that is the most recommended, then you ask, what is EMDR? What is this? Yeah, if you make a statement, you should be expert in that statement. You should answer it. Very good. So Dr. Tripti has asked an interesting question. If someone has PTSD or someone has multiple traumas in life, multiple crises, how to manage it? There are two things for this. I tell you. Now, there was a once upon a time you were happy. Yeah, you were cheerful, used to smile, used to have orientation. Where is your life going on? You had a career, you had a dream, your aspiration, you were working for it. Then certain event happened. Suddenly you got married. Suddenly you had children. Suddenly you had a fight. Suddenly you were fired. Suddenly you had a loss. Okay. Some events happen in your life. Certain crises happen. You were not broken. First crisis, still fighter. Second crisis, still fighter. The third crisis, spirit broken. Yeah. There are some people who can fight for 5 fights. There are some who will break down in first fight. Now, all these crises, all these things, all traumas, they need healing systematically. Now, why? There are some people who will break down in the one fight. There are some people who will have 5 fights because the difference is in emotional bank balance. There are some people who have low emotional bank balance. They will break down in the one event. There are some people, multiple crises, huge crisis, but they will have high emotional bank balance. They are still fighting. They are undergoing emotional trauma, but they are still fighting, right? High emotional bank balance. Now, there are methods to increase your emotional bank balance. So in psychodynamics, in Sunday classes, you learn how to increase your emotional bank balance through these methods. How many of you who have been attending the Sunday classes think that their emotional bank balance has risen? Write down in the chat, risen, increased, very good. Risen, increased, awakened, emotional bank balance high. Yes, very good. Very good. When you have high emotional bank balance, you can fight the crisis. For someone, a small crisis, a manager insults you at your office, that is a huge crisis. You leave your job. Then there is someone, the manager says, hey, you are fired. And you say, no, I don't want to fire. You are fired actually, right? So there is a huge difference in the emotional bank balance, right? I had one employee. She's now after marriage and all those, So she left after 5 years of her job. When she joined, she was MBA. Okay, I hired her only for one diagnosis. I mean, qualification MBA, but I didn't know that she couldn't work anything. She was useless. That's why she didn't get any job anywhere, even after 6 8 months of completing her MBA. I hired her accidentally, and within 15 days, I realized she's not hopeless. She's completely hopeless and useless and zombie. Yeah, cannot do anything in her life. Then I told her, I cannot keep you. You are fired. Okay, today itself. And 15 days, this is your salary. She was strong. Yeah. So I never seen someone like that. She said, no, sir, I will not take 2 months salary. I will continue to work. I will prove you that I'm good. Because she has seen some other employees that they are started with a low salary and getting very good pay within 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Yeah. And she wanted to fight. She wanted to give it a try for herself. She wanted to prove herself and try, because probably if after fired that job, she would need to go to her own village, some northeast, and had no opportunities. I I like that. I said, okay, well, that's great. You want to try? Yeah. So you have 2 months, no salary, and you have to perform this much. So these are your performance criteria. Within 1.5 months, she proved, yeah, she is worthy. Yeah. So what is her style? Her style is she wants scolding. Yeah. She wants someone to crush her. Then she can fight back. Okay, what happened? Yeah. Some error in laptop. Okay, seriously, again. Oh. So her style is someone has to, she has to reach the bottom and then she will fight back. Right. So what is your style? Everyone has their own style. You rise when someone crushes you. You rise when someone scolds you. You rise when you get appreciation. You rise when you think that after doing this, you will get appreciation. Or you rise or you do certain things because you think you will get the reward. That reward can be anything, whatever is your reward. For some people, reward is appreciation, money, non-transaction reward, transaction reward, position, promotion, all those things. Yeah, some carrots. Yeah. So whatever is your reward. What is your style right now? What makes you work? Then there are some people who are doing it for a bigger mission, right? Then there are some people who are doing it not for craving for appreciation or appraisal. They are doing it for their own satisfaction. Yeah. Why someone wants appreciation as an adulthood? Yeah. As soon as you do something, because in your childhood you didn't get that appreciation. Very good. So everyone has their own things. Yeah. There are always people who's who get driven by crisis. Something bad happens in their life and they get driven for good things. Any one of you who's there like that? A failure. If you fail in your life, if you fail in certain things, that drives you to do better things. If you get some crisis, that drives you to do better things. If you are that, you are destined to be a huge success. Remember this. Yeah. Some of your story I know, I agree completely. Yeah. So if you are a person who needs appreciation, scolding, beatings, and transactional reward, non-transactional reward, you will do good. If you are a person who thrives on difficulties, who grows when there is a crisis, yeah, when some problem comes, some difficulties come, so you grow in that, you're destined to be a huge success. There is always a third category people. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change them. So these are zombies. They themselves don't know what they are doing with their life, when they are awake, when they are sleeping. They forget what I did yesterday because they didn't do anything yesterday. Yesterday they were sitting like a shock. Yeah. Either this shock was sitting like this or watching a mobile or a TV or maybe sleeping like a dead coma person. So there are three types of people. Very good. Very good. Now, there are three types of emotional trauma in life or a crisis. So all the anxiety, stress, depression, low mood, chronic fatigue, fighting, irritability, anger, relationship issues, trust issues. Your spouse says, I love you. You think, yeah, you're having an extramarital affair. So all those things, right? So because someone is being nice to you, you think they are going to take advantage of you. Right? All those people, why it is happening with you, right? Why you have the low mood? Why you feel chronic fatigue? Because there have been certain events in your life, certain traumas, some betrayal, some crisis in your life. Now, this crisis, events, betrayal, traumas, there are three types. One, which is deep buried inside, better left out. Okay, the client has moved on, deep buried, dump. Don't worry, not affecting the present life. Moved on. We should not touch this trauma. The number two type of trauma is which is channelizing you to do good things. Yeah, you were fired from a job, you started your own company. You were dumped by your girlfriend, you became the president of US. You were said that you are a dumb student, you won the Nobel Prize. It was you were removed from the art class because you don't have creativity, you started your Walt Disney. Yeah. You were fired from your job or was not getting hired, so you started your own SpaceX, Tesla, and all those companies. Yeah, right. So this trauma that is good. Similarly, OCD, ADHD, bipolar disorder, these are good. You read in the book how good they are. If you have any of this condition, OCD, ADHD, bipolar disorder, you are gifted. You should use it for good things in your life. The number third is certain events, certain trauma, some crisis in your life that is affecting you presently, right? They are causing your anxiety, stress, depression, PTSD, all those things. Yeah. So that needs healing. So with experiential psychotherapy, neuroplasticity, and psychodynamics. So these methods, which you learn in Sunday classes, that heals you completely. And the healing should be at 80%, I personally believe the 20% should be there. Yeah. You were insulted. It's good you were insulted. Yeah. You were left by your boyfriend because you didn't look good. Good. You were left by your girlfriend because you come from a modest family. You are poor. You are not earning. Good. Huh? You were called dumb by your teacher. Good. You were challenged by your in-laws. You are never going to do anything good in life. Good. Yeah. Your spouse doesn't acknowledge you and laughs at you. Good. I want you to laugh at me so that I get angry, discontented, and don't divert this discontention on fighting. Use this discontention anger for doing good things, proving yourself. Okay. Very good, Aparna. You are reading the book. Very good. Now some questions, time for question. Yeah. So we ask some questions now. Then we restart or resume the topic going ahead. All those people who had traumatic events in their life, write down on the paper what was your traumatic event. And if it was marriage, don't go to a marriage counselor in the market. They don't know anything. They are just talking from their own wisdom. You know, for there has to be systematic marriage counseling, which our students they learn. So you will learn 25 relate pillar test. Systematically, scientifically identify what is the problem between the couple, whether it is trust, respect, anger, compatibility, financial compatibility, goal sharing, parenting style, affection, intimacy. What is the problem between the couple? So each test has around 25 to 30 questions. You are able to identify what is the problem with the couple. To solve the problems through couple therapy activities, you will learn 300 couple activities. Yeah. So even while doing this program, you can improve your marriage. Yeah. Now there is a in the book I have written for just for fun. My style writing is always for fun. So I have written in the book a disclaimer. Who will mention the disclaimer in the book? Yeah. Who has read the book of marriage relate pillar test? What is the disclaimer in the relate pillar test? Write down in the chat. Yeah. That is the instruction, Aarti. But what is the disclaimer? Ha, Shreya writes it very well. Author is not responsible for divorce if you use this relate pillar test on your spouse. There are some people who are like, yeah, I want to check compatibility with my spouse. Stupid, you are already trapped in that marriage. The time for checking compatibility is gone. You should not check. You will fail, he will also fail. I should check whether we are good match. No, you are not a good match. That thing, this will prove it confirm. Don't do that. Whether my spouse loves me, what are you going to do if answer is no? Yeah. Whether my spouse trusts me. Yeah. There is a systematic scientific test to identify what are you going to do if you realize actually you don't trust your spouse. There is a solution for that. Don't worry. Don't feel so hopeless. Don't worry. It's okay. You are not normal. Yeah. Your spouse was not so lucky to have a good. Okay. So probably you were not lucky to have someone good. Okay. Whatever is there. I don't know. Okay. So you can use the couple therapy activities. There are 300 couple therapy activities for each relate pillar, around 15 to 20 activities. So for activities to improve your trust, activity to improve your love, activity to improve your respect, yeah, activity to form common goal sharing things, very difficult, but still they are there. Yeah. Then activity for parenting style, matching your parenting style. You tell your child, hey, don't eat ice cream, and your spouse says, hey, let the child enjoy the ice cream. The child is spoiled now. And the child knows how to take advantage of one of the parent. Yes, you are facing that scenario. Your child is taking advantage of one of the parent. Write it in the chat if it is happening with you. Don't worry. With this couple therapy activities, you will be able to improve this. You can buy the book on Amazon or you can buy it here also. I'm sending you. Or if you want to learn systematically, you can take up this program from relatepillar.com. Relatepillar.com. I have sent the link here. It's there in my catalog also. WhatsApp profile. Yeah. Very good. So this is a good question. There are two questions. So one question by Barkha. Sir, can a pregnant mother have PTSD or some traumatic events and those memories, those impact gets transferred to the child? There are two answers to this. One is the spiritual answer. Those who are spiritually inclined, they know the answer is yes. Those who are scientifically inclined, I will explain you now scientifically. A mother who has traumatic events, traumas, anxiety, stress, depression, her hormones, all this cortisol, everything is at a very high level than what a fetus should experience. Now, when the fetus born as a child, the child is born as a child, okay, the child is accustomed to higher level of all the stress hormones. You understand? So to cope up with that, the child also continues, either two things will happen. The child will continue normal, then the child will feel depressed. Oh no, there is something missing. That missing thing is high cortisol, high adrenaline level. You understand? And the second aspect can be the child will, to combat things, to cope up, the child will secrete more anxiety, stress, worries, fear. You understand? PTSD in children, and how to identify. What are the causes of PTSD in children? Child is not going on a war. It doesn't need a huge trauma. It can be a huge trauma. It can be a smaller trauma also for that child. I tell you one example. Okay. PTSD for lifetime, how you cause to your child. There is a one toy. There are two children at your house. Some relatives' children, they also come. The elder child is playing that toy. And you tell this child, give it to other or otherwise. You don't explain. You give a directive to that child. Or you take up that toy, give it to other children to play. There is a serious issue now. The lifetime PTSD has happened. Now this child will not share toys in adulthood. The child is always afraid. Someone will take away my toy. Now the next time the relatives come, the child will not bring the toys out. When the child grows as an adult, the child is afraid. Oh, someone will steal things from me. And that someone is mother actually, or a father. Okay. Number two, lifetime trauma for child. Child does a mistake. Child comes to you. First time, when the child does first time mistake, child is very innocent. And Mama, I broke this glass. So what do you do? I'm going to kill you. Or you shout. That is an example. Whatever you have done with your child, you know it better. And those who are laughing, you know what you did. Your child is also laughing actually and saying, yes, 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 sir, my mother has done this. Yeah, yeah. I can see your child behind in the background. So the next time the child will not accept the mistake. Lifetime trauma you are caused. The child will start lying. You understand the symptoms of PTSD in the child. Child doesn't share toys. The child doesn't play with other friends when they come or relatives, or behaves badly with other children, particular children, because you have done a favor to that children at the cost of this your child. Child doesn't trust you. You say something and your child says doesn't follow that because the trust is not there, right? Then child learns lying to protect themselves. That is PTSD actually. Okay. These are minor PTSD, you can say. This is a conditioning, what you asked about. The major PTSD can be bedwetting, nightmares, flashbacks, certain trigger event happens. So there was some incidents, it happened at a swimming pool. And now the next time the child is very afraid to go near water. You understand? Okay. Teacher has scolded or bitten the child at the school for some reason, or someone bullied the child at school. Next time the child doesn't want to go to school. Yeah. So the trauma has happened. Now it can heal in few days or it can stay there for a long time. Separation anxiety. If you don't listen to me, I will leave you. If you don't listen to me, I will give you to someone else. If you don't listen to me, I will put you out of my home. Yeah. You threaten the child always. A ghost will come, all the stories. The child is affected for lifetime. Separation anxiety. Now there are always children who are clingy. They don't have separation anxiety, they are clingy. It's okay. That is the child's style. Child is a child. So in few weeks, few months, that will naturally they will understand. Okay. Very good, Pratham. So now can the like the traumas which are going from a pregnant mother to the child, can they be healed? Yes. Okay. So ideally that thing should taken care of during pregnancy, but sometimes it affects you for lifetime. Okay. So you need to adjust, cope up, learn some mechanisms to do it. In last Sunday class, we were discussing about grief counseling, and we learned some methods for grief counseling. So there was a point which came. There are some people who have parents who are very bad parents when they are alive. And you think that when they will go off, your life will be good. But after they go off, you still have regret or you still have certain things because of their wrong parenting style. So when they were alive, they're affecting you. When they go, they are still affecting you, either by guilt, fear, shame, or something else, or regret. Right? Yeah. Has it happened with you or going to happen with you? Writing in the chat. Happened. Going to happen. Going to happen means that wrong parent is still alive. Going to happen after that. Very good. Please ask some questions. Then we will go to the next part of PTSD. What is the page number for PTSD? Hmm. 94, 96, 97, depending on the edition you have. So because of OCD, I keep changing every month. Yeah. 100, direct 100, 92. Okay. So many pages have been added. So probably that number is mistaken. PTSD symptoms for adult as well as child. There are two types of symptoms. One is the emotional symptom, second is the physical symptom. Emotional symptom means the trigger of the event, the flashback of the memories, nightmares, a lot of worries, lot of fear, your response changes. The physical symptom can be sweating, palpitation, panic disorder, fast respiration. Yeah. So your childhood, I tell you simple example. Before exam, the teacher is like scaring you. In school, it's exam, it's going to be very tough. Be prepared for it, otherwise you will fail. Hey, just shut up, you bad teacher. Get out, get fired. What is this nonsense? We should say the exam is moderate tough. Prepare well. I want you to score good marks. Why you're scaring the children? So what is happening is every time the teacher has done that, now when you are adult, you are completely prepared for the exam, but still there is a fear, right? Or you scored 90% and your parents scolded you. Yeah, still not happy. So you are afraid, you have the anxiety of performance. Right? All those things, they are leading you to this exam fear. Why you should be afraid of exam? It's not a battle. You're not going to die for sure. What will happen? You will fail. It's okay. Right? What is the problem in the failure? Is it such a horrible thing to do that? Yeah. What you are doing, training your children is, you have to be successful. If you are fail in exam, I will do this, I will do that, I will not give you, I will not punish. No, right? You have to learn to embrace failure also. As a child, you have to train your child that you succeed in exam because that's what defines you in your future, right? That's what defines your career, your earning, your other for other things. Okay. If you fail, if they fail, okay, so you have to tell them it's okay. You take this as experience. You accept your failure. Accept your defeat gracefully. Next time you prepare well. Don't be like you go to PTA parent teacher meeting, PTM meetings, and if your child is like 1 mark less than in maths, you are like, how did you lose this 1 mark? It was so simple. It was so easy. You did silly mistake. You don't pay attention. Huh? We already covered this. How can you forget this? Stupid mother. What stupid father? You should say, okay, do you know why you lost 1 mark? I know that you knew this answer. Next time you take care of it. So the child may say it was a silly mistake. Yes, I knew the answer. Or the child will say, yes, but I forgot on time. Okay. Next time you take care of it. Yeah, I didn't read it. It's okay. So next time we will not leave anything for option. We will not read 90%. We will read 100%. Understand? So you are creating a path to come out of the failure. Yeah. Not dumping the child. Oh, you failed. Dustbin. Lock the dustbin. Get inside. No, don't lock your child in the dustbin. Open the dustbin, take out the child, wash it, clean it, tell that, yes, you can still do it. Yeah. And don't forget, you have been failure. Okay. The number two is that when the child plays a game and if the child wins, you celebrate. If the child does not win, you get like disheartened. No, you have to teach the child, you have to accept your defeat with the grace. Yeah. It's okay. It's a sport. One is going to be the winner and one is going to second rank, third rank, and the loser. It's okay. Next time we will try that. Or maybe this sports is not for us to win. This sports is for fun only. The objective of other child is to win because life depends on that. For us, it is a fun. We don't care if we fail or win. We are caring for whether we are enjoying that game. Right? Or if you really care, next time you do better, you practice. So tell your child to accept the defeat with the grace. There is a third component to that. The third component is you watch all these Hindi animation movies, children, and Hindi TV series. The whole world revolves around one person. Yeah. Chota Bheem, Shaktiman, then Shiva, Rudra. Police cannot do anything. But there is a one child runs on the bicycle. He has a trendy bicycle and he solves all the crime, kills all these villains and captures everyone. Okay. Then there is one person who king cannot do anything. King cannot, soldiers cannot do anything. But Chota Bhim will bring the princess back. No. You show your children some good English series, either animated or the real ones. You will realize that each character is acting as a hero in different episodes. Yeah. So what is happening is when they watch Hindi TV series, they see that, okay, I'm the hero. I'm the only one. I'm Chota Bheem. All other things, no. You have to teach that, no, sometimes Chutki also becomes hero. She solves a problem. You are the support actor. Then there is a Kalu who is not the villain always. Yeah. He looks villain, but he's not the villain. He's also good boy. Sometimes he is the hero. Yeah. You are the support actor. You have to back actor, or maybe in that episode you are not there. It's not necessary that you have to be in every episode. Yeah. There is another person who is completely insignificant, distant child playing into back to background. One day that child is the hero of that episode. and you are supposed to support that child. You are not supposed to surpass. How dare you become hero? No, because that is your role. When you get in a job, you have to play that role. You are not going to be the leader always. Yeah, we teach our children become the leader, learn the leadership qualities. So leadership quality is not the team leader and dictator, all those things. Don't watch Chota Bheem. So you have to watch some English series and understand that sometimes you have to take a ground position, the bottom position of a cleaning person. Sometimes you have to step back. Yeah. Otherwise, there is always going to be ego clash and you are not going to be good at it. Tell your children you are not the hero of every episode. You don't need to be the part of every episode. You don't need to win every sports. In some sports, you can get second rank. In some sports, you can fail actually because objective is to play for fun. And in some sports, you do not participate at all. Yeah. All those mother who think that their children should be multi-talented, you see your life, what you accomplished. You are not a single talented also. You are not even a good mother also because your concept is completely wrong. Then there are some parents who will force their children. I could not become doctor, so I want you to become doctor. A, you could not become doctor because you didn't have that skills. You didn't have that brain. You didn't work hard. Yeah. Don't give excuses to your parents and blame your parents and to your circumstances. There are worse circumstances. Students who come from difficult parenting, difficult financial scenarios, difficult parent died during the 12th board exam, but the child got the best college. Yeah. Parent divorced during 12th exam. Parent fighting every day, but still the child became successful. Okay. There are multiple crises. Health, don't give excuse of health. Actually, you fail ill because you were not ready for the exam. Your body prepared yourself. Hypochondriac scenario. Yeah. So if you could not succeed in your life, that is your responsibility. Don't put that responsibility on your child. How many of you believe you should follow your passion as a career? Write in the chat. Yeah, Barka is so afraid to write the answer because she knows the answer probably. Today, your concept will change. What is your passion? If your passion, first thing, I will not ask you to see whether you are following your passion to earn money or only dreaming. Yeah, you know your answer very well. But I will give you a future answer now. For example, if someone's passion is, my passion is to write things. Writing is not going to give you money. There are always going to be things that are surrounding things which you don't like, you have to do it. I like to help people. Yeah, but you have to reach to those people to help them, or you have to do certain things to make these people come to you. Even after people come to you, you have to convince them, sell them why they should take your help. You are not the only one. No one wants your help. You have to convince people why you are the best counselor, why you want to help them. So if you think that you want to follow your passion, there are always going to be things surrounding it that you don't like and you will have to do it. If your skill is art, painting and all, just painting is not going to give you money. You cannot say, I'm an introvert, I will paint and will get money or will get success. Whatever is your success, recognition without money, spending money, whatever is your success. Okay. You have to visit people, you have to visit art galleries, you have to showcase your work, you have to promote it, you have to sell it, convince people why they should buy it. Right? If you think that your passion is counseling and you just want to counsel, you can never succeed. You cannot have a single client in a month. Okay. Because to bring clients, you have to do certain things. Yeah. Once the client comes to you, You have to sell them. You have to be good seller. You have to be good marketer. You cannot say, I will not do selling part. Who else is going to do for you? You are the best seller of yourself. You have to convince someone why they should take your help. They don't need your help. They don't want you. You have to convince them. Yeah. Even if you provide free help, people are not going to take your help. Try it today, right now. Call 5 people in your mobile. Tell them, I want to help you for free. They will say, you actually need help. I will help you. Come to me. Remaining 5 people you call and say, you pay me for your help. They will say, hey, get out, what rubbish you're talking. They will block you. You understand? You have to convince people why they should help you. So it's a selling part. Yeah. You cannot say you are an artist staying in your home and introvert. No, you are a player, fluid or something, and you have to go meet people, perform on stage. You have to become extrovert. The things which you are not liking it. Understand? Even if you are following your passion, if you think that you want to follow your passion, there are always going to be things that are surrounding it which you hate. There are always going to be things which you don't like, which you don't want to do. You will need to do to succeed in your passion. If you cannot do this, don't follow your passion as a career. So what about passion? You should have a career, something else that gives you success. Whatever is your definition of success, fame, recognition, money, whatever. You should follow your passion for dopamine, to bring smile on your face as a hobby, right? So have something which is your career and follow your passion for hobby. Even if you think you are the best in your passion, no one cares if you are best. If you cannot generate money, if you cannot generate recognition for that. You are a best dancer, best singer, and you are singing at your home when 5 relatives come. And you think you are using your passion. So you are using your passion for your own happiness. Good. But don't fool yourself by saying that I want to make music as my passion, as my career. Because what is the other thing surrounding it which you don't like to do? You don't want to do it. If you don't want to do it, you will never succeed. We'll take 30 seconds break. Yeah. Then we restart, or I mean, continue the topic. Those who wish to leave, they can go. No need to announce. No one cares. Yeah. Sir, I have a work. I want to leave. Yeah. No need to announce. No one cares actually if you want to leave. So please leave silently. Those who want to continue, continue silently. Even if one person is there, I will continue the class. We are back. 5 seconds starting. Ting, 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 ting. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. So there are two questions. One is, what if there is no real passion? It's okay. You continue your work till the time you find. It's not necessary to find a passion. Yeah. Maybe things what you are doing, whatever job you're doing, make it your passion. Second is, there is one more question by one student. She said that I still don't know what I want in life. It's good actually. It's not necessary to know what do you want in your life. If you don't know what you want in your life, you can explore, you can experiment, you can fail, you can try, you can do some mistakes, you can be stupid, you can be crazy. That is a good journey. For today, what you want, you do that. After 1 year, it may change. So there are always some people who start their journey as a doctor, then they get into law, then they get into psychology. Right? There are always people who don't know what they want, and those people succeed if they keep trying, if they keep fighting. If you don't know what you want and you're not trying, you're not going to go anywhere. But If you don't know what you want and you keep trying, try doing some things, try some crazy experiments, fail sometime, do some mistakes, yeah, cry sometime. There is going to be one thing. If you try 10 things, you will find one thing that you will like. Follow it. All those people who say after 5 years, after 10 years, what I want to do, yeah, they know the very clear cut answer. I will ask them only one question. You had answered the same question 5 years back, 10 years back. Have you accomplished that? Right? 5 years, 10 years, what do you want to do? The correct answer is, I don't know. It's okay. I don't know what I want to do after 5 years, 10 years. My vision is changing. My mission is changing. My interest is changing. My passion is changing. My circumstances are changing. Relationships, everything, emotional turbulence, everything is changing. I know what I want to do today, Baba. I know that as of now, I want to help people. I want to follow my dreams. I want to train people. I want to do something, write books. Okay, good. Fine. Whatever you want to do. I want to do PhD. Yeah. I want to get a book published. All those things. That's a good journey. Yeah? The try is the good journey. Have you visited Second Life? How many of you visited a Second Life? Yeah. I will send you the link for that. So this is a link. When you visit Second Life, you realize that Second Life is not when you become so successful. No. Second Life is your fight. You're trying. You had a career break because of your marriage, children, whatever reason, and you are still fighting to come back. If you are watching this video, if you are attending this video, if you are replying to this comment, that itself is your second life because you are on your path. If you are the one who is waiting for something to accomplish one day and then call it a second life, it is not going to happen. Your fight, your battle, your present journey, your discontent with your present life, that itself is second life. If you have good every time, if you wait for something good to happen, it's not an incredible journey. When I hire someone, I ask them, tell me your success, tell me your story, tell me your failures. So people always talk about their success. I don't like you. If someone says, talks about failure, yeah, I like you. There are two things. If you failed and you survived, it itself is an incredible journey. Yeah. If you failed, you are still fighting, itself is an incredible journey. If you failed and you came back, awesome. Incredible journey. All these three are second life stories. No? Someone who has been always been a successful student in the class, one day fail, lifetime crisis. They don't know how to come back. But someone who is second rank, third rank, they are always fighting. So there is a success, but the success is not that. So for them, there is a failure, second rank, third rank, and they know how to fight back. They know how to fight continuously. Even if first rank is not coming, they know how to fight. And one day they fail. They have already accomplished multiple fights. They know how to fight for the success, so they can rise back. You know, how many of you were the first rankers in your school and you believe you finished last in your life? Write down in the comment. First finishes last. You have been first in your school, you were talented, you were most admired in your childhood, at your parent and everything, and you are not accomplished anything in your life, or maybe not living something. Yeah. First finishes last. Write down in the chat, in the comment. So you should have failure. Good. That helps you to rise back. Don't tell your child to learn maths because maths is very important subject. How will you become engineer? Yeah, you could not become engineer. That's why you want to. No, you don't need to learn maths to get good marks. No, you learn maths to learn how to solve the problems. When in school you learn how to solve maths problem, during adulthood you learn how to solve life's problem. You gain that synapses, you gain that angle, you gain that critical thinking, how to solve life's problem. That is the reason you want to learn maths. All those people who believe average, write down I'm average. Being average is the best thing. Very good. Very good. It's not now also I'm average. It's now you realize that you are average actually, or you acknowledge. Yeah. You were living in delirium of grandiosity earlier. Yeah, it is one of the symptom of schizophrenia. But if you have the symptom, not necessarily you have schizophrenia because there are other conditions also should be there. Yeah. Very good. How do these successful people look like? They don't have wings, they don't have horns, they don't look different. They look average. When everyone goes to supermarket, you see 100 people. One of them is extremely rich, extremely successful. You cannot identify. They look average. Yeah. People surrounding you, people surrounding them, by they realize that someone is doing such good things in their life, someone is doing so much good for the society, someone is doing multiple things or few things, but doing it well. They know that this person is going to be successful in their life, right? So the people surrounding you, only they realize. Yeah. And you are not, you are not doing it for them. You are doing it for yourself because it is your mission. You don't want to prove them others. You don't care for appreciation. Yeah, if I do this, people will appreciate. Yeah, it's your normal parenting by your parents. Yeah. So PTSD, coming back to the topic again. Sometimes ADHD is good. Hmm. That makes it interesting. If I just talk nonsense about PTSD, open a PPT and talk nonsense PTSD 1.5 hours, you will feel so boring. Yeah. So that's why I have ADHD. Actually, for you, I have developed it. I was not born like this. Though in my school days, if teacher is singing one poem, I used to enact the poem, stand on the bench, enact the poem, and the teacher used to cry, I cannot teach this class. Stupid, crazy child. Yes. Yeah, it's okay. How many of you think that you are this? Write down in the comment if you think you are this. Again, we are diverting from the topic of PTSD, yeah? But yeah, that's a part of our ADSD. Very good. Very good. You are going to do good things in your life. Whatever is your stage, whatever is your failure, whatever is your career break, if you are crazy, you are going to do good things in your life. To do good things, you need touch of madness. You need touch of craziness. Yeah. Those who are very calculative, they are waiting for perfection. They calculate things, risks, benefit, all those so much planning. They never do anything. They are just wasting their time cleaning the doorknob. They will never open the door knob. Yeah. Those who are crazy, they don't think whether the doorknob is dirty or not. Hey, open the door, get inside, kill someone, achieve something, fail. If there is a slope, I will fall down. No problem. I'm crazy. I'm going to open this door and fall now. I don't care. Yeah. After I fall, I will find another door. I will get rise. Don't worry. I will enjoy the journey. That is what is. Yeah, that is a quality required to be successful in life. Craziness. Do some crazy, foolish, stupid, nonsense things. If you are going to do such things, write down the chat I'm going to do. Or you are already doing it. All those people who are planning for marriage, don't write, because you know that path is not the correct path. Barka, yes, correct. Fall down from the chair. Already. Okay. Hey, what? How you are diverting my attention from the important topic of today, PTSD, and making me talk of something which is not at all topic. Okay, come back to the topic again. So, how do you present your PTSD symptoms? If you have some trigger factors, suddenly you become irritable, suddenly you become depressed, suddenly you shout at people, you throw anger, temper tantrums. Yeah. You do not trust people. You take a decision which is harmful for you, or maybe take a decision which you should not be taking up. Okay, on behave in a different way. Or you get frightened, you start worrying. Yeah. You get anxious, your cortisol level rises, your heartbeat rises. You are not able to concentrate on your things. You are not focused. I will tell you. You start reading a chapter. You like that book, you like that chapter, but you take up your mobile and start scrolling. Yeah. Start scrolling. You are in a frozen state. That is your coping mechanism, that after reading one page, you are going to your mobile. Yeah. You know you have to prepare for exam. You know you have to do certain things. You know you have to take some steps to earn, but you still waste your time doing nothing. Yeah. You are in a frozen state. Earlier, you used to like doing things, painting, writing, talking, knitting, some art, whatever things. Now you are not doing it. Write down in the comment, disconnected. Disconnect. Okay, fine. You write down your skill. Yeah, you write down your skill. What was your skill? Write down your skill, dear. Writing, singing, pottery, knitting, drawing, sketching, painting, singing, whatever is your skill. Photographer. Now you have been disconnected. Someone has done something with you. Okay, who is that someone? Write down on your piece of paper. Don't write in the chat. Yeah. So that enemy has won. That person wanted you to disconnect you from the life. That crisis has won. That trauma has won. But you are not so weak. You have some support. So you will, whatever you did, I tell you, if you want to come back, you want to get connected to your inner self, you want to start again your passion, because that passion used to release your dopamine. You remember? Yeah. When you were doing painting, at least for 2 days, you were happy. Then certain events happen in your life. Priya, I'm not talking of your marriage. Okay. So people are like, yeah, sir, yeah, I got married. That's after that, that stopped. So that is one of the event that happened in your life. Yeah. So after that, you stop doing your things. So dopamine is not released. That's why you're depressed. So to come back, what you do is go to Art for Fun. On that email, there is email ID mentioned. And on that email, you submit your old photos or certain things, paintings, art, whatever you used to do. When you do that, it starts, you get connected to your old memories. Yeah. When you go through old photos of your paintings, when you search your things, what you did. It creates a flashback of your old memories, how happy you were doing the painting and you are in a passion. And when you post it, when it gets published, it releases dopamine because you get recognition. That recognition drives you more. Okay. You are not doing painting, sketching, singing, and all those things for earning. You are doing it for your dopamine. If you feel chronic fatigue, anger, stressed out, low mood, everything, yeah, so your dopamine is low. So what you need to do is two things. One is you do something that brings your dopamine up. What are those things? Learn new skills, help one person, including yourself. Help yourself also. Okay. Pamper yourself, look good, feel good, do things what makes you happy. If spending money makes you happy, spend it. If eating junk food makes you happy, eat it. Do anything and everything that makes you happy. Okay. Don't worry. You are not going to live that long for getting diabetes and hypertension if you are depressed. Yeah, don't worry. It's better to be happy rather than fit depressed. Yeah. Anyways, then do things that makes you happy. Learn new skill, draw, painting, all those things. The number two is you increase your serotonin. What is the serotonin? Is a chemical which gets converted to dopamine. You cannot manufacture dopamine. You cannot eat dopamine. Yeah. So the source of dopamine is serotonin. Serotonin in the brain gets converted to dopamine. Dopamine brings you happiness. So there are always people who have low dopamine level. If you are a person who feels chronic fatigue, chronic low mood, bouts of mood swings, irritability, anger, shouting on people, or frozen state, or whatever is your state, yeah, unhappy. Everything is good, but I'm not happy. If you feel that, it means only one diagnosis. Your dopamine is low. So to increase, now you cannot eat dopamine. So objective is to increase your serotonin. Can you increase your serotonin? What is the source of serotonin? Write down in the comment. What is the source of serotonin? While you're writing, smile at least this answer. Yeah. Ah, very good, Manish. So serotonin, the source of serotonin. Yeah. So the source of serotonin is gut. Okay. So in your gut, good bacteria, good microbiomes, they secrete serotonin. It is not only lactobacillus. There are multiple yeast, multiple bacteria you need that in a correct concentration that secretes your sufficient serotonin. So that this serotonin will go to brain, get converted to dopamine. Okay. I have tried multiple uh, probiotics in the market. Doesn't have correct concentration, doesn't have good combination. Okay. It's like you have a bucket of seawater and you put 1 spoon of sugar and expect that this bucket will become sweet. No, the concentration is so low. Then you expect your seawater to become sweet by putting some other chemical. No, it needs correct sugar. So what is it? So you need correct microbiome in a correct concentration. So different combination, okay, that can fight your harmful pathogens, that lines your intestine and everything, okay. So I have developed a formulation, Actico Pro. I have submitted for licensing. So commercial license will come in next 6 months. Then it will be available in the open market. Okay. So that's why some students who are aware of that, they are saying Actico Pro. And presently, if you wish, you can take it from me. Yeah. Before the launch, you can order it. You can take it from me as of now. Okay. So this combination, it creates a microbiome healthy environment in your gut that releases sufficient serotonin and the correct concentration. and correct microbiomes. And this serotonin gets converted to your brain. Okay. So after 6 months, you will see it on multiple channels that it is available for buying. Probably you will see some commercials also, and for Actico Pro. As of now, if you wish to take it, you can WhatsApp me tomorrow before 5 p.m. and take it, order it. So this is a powder, oral dispersible. It gets dissolved in water. You can drink it. It lines up your mouth, esophagus, and stomach because it is oral dispersible. So it prevents your bad breath also. Yeah, it has many effects, many benefits. Yeah, gut-brain axis, very good. So it works. This Actico Pro works on gut-brain axis. Okay. So if you have a healthy microbiome in your gut that releases serotonin, and this serotonin gets converted to dopamine. PTSD in children, bedwetting, nightmares, temper tantrums, isolation, not trusting you, fighting with you, and bullying others, frightened to do certain things, all those. Not doing things which they used to like. Okay. Now, what are the long-term effects of PTSD? Low self-worth, low self-esteem, continuous affected anxiety, stress, and high fever continuously. It causes depression, it causes anxiety, diabetes, hypertension, promiscuity, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, antisocial behavior, wrong decisions, relationships spoiled, all those things, PTSD. Okay, age old. Okay. So now PTSD can happen because of certain small things as well as bigger events. We have covered that already. You can read that more in the book. Now, how will you heal the PTSD? So when you say you have to treat the PTSD, it is not the symptoms you should focus on. Okay. You should focus on, for healing part, you should focus on the traumas. Okay. And the worksheets, CBT, prolonged exposure therapy, they don't work here. You tell a person, yeah, the problem in CBT, what happens is you tell the person, CBT is a part of Sunday classes also. I teach both actually. So in CBT, you learn that, yeah, if some event happens, you behave this way. Next time you behave this way. And the person is like, yeah, hey, madam, my synapse is connected in a particular way. That's why I'm behaving that way. Yeah. So it needs a lot of motivation, lot of willpower for someone to follow cognitive behavior therapy. Okay. If prolonged exposure therapy would work, then someone who had multiple traumas or multiple events, they should not have PTSD actually, because they had multiple exposure, correct? Yeah. Okay. And you should try it on yourself, whether it works. So what you need is, you need psychodynamics to increase your emotional bank balance. You need neuroplasticity to change your synapses so that your response changes. Response to trigger. You need experiential psychotherapy to change your images, to replace your traumatic memories, or sometimes erase your traumatic memories. Okay. So you learn all those methods in Sunday classes, through the demos, worksheets, and you will learn the tools, worksheets, and the methods through the demo in Sunday classes. I will tell you just one funny incident. There were two students who attended last week class by Aarti ma'am. And after attending class and after reading the book, probably they just WhatsApp me at 8:30. Sir, I want to know about this. So obviously it's 8:30. I do not reply. So then I asked them, next day, usual timing, I WhatsApp them. Yeah, call. No call, no reply, nothing. Then again, next subsequent Tuesday, they attended one more class and they got excited and they are like, 8:30 only. Probably they get awakened after the class only. 8:30 again. Sir, I want to know more details. So I'm like, Next day again, not same day. Call me. Already written na last week you have to call. What is this nonsense? You show interest. When I reply, you vanish. What is this? Don't fool yourself. We know you are already a fool. Now, PTSD can coexist with some conditions, or some conditions can aggravate PTSD. Someone may go through same event, may not develop PTSD. Someone may develop this much PTSD, someone may develop extreme severity. Okay. So what are those factors that protect you from PTSD or aggravate your PTSD? Number one most important factor, I will tell you, attending the classes without video. Immediately start your video right now, whatever is your appearance. Number two, yes, it is number two now. Your educational background. How much you are educated? If you are less educated, having less marks in your school and everything, you are more prone to PTSD. You had less marks in your school, you could not do better in your school or good things in your career because you were not made for it, because you didn't put that efforts, because you didn't train your mind to do things which you don't like, to overcome your fear of exam, to overcome your fear of failure. You didn't train your mind to study certain subjects which you did not like. Life is going to put you to test. That was a school exam. So you skipped certain topics, certain subjects which you don't like. You didn't train your mind for that exam. But no, when the life tests you, now here also what you're doing, same thing. Life is testing you. You are afraid of failure. You are not mentally prepared to face this trouble. That is why you are having PTSD. You are not mentally prepared to do certain things which you don't like. You want to escape from it. You understand? That is why it is important for you to study well in your school to prevent your PTSD. There is a clinical correlation, very strong scientific data that supports low education causes has more chances of PTSD. Number three, socioeconomic status. Someone going through a divorce has a family background, self-independence, can earn money, will have less trauma than a dependent person. Right? Indian soldier coming back after a war has a very clear-cut government support for lifetime, for illness or earning, and most of the corporates they prefer uh, ex-veterans in their companies they hire. Versus a US soldier coming back from war, they don't have government backing for their illness or job or earning. They are going to have high chances of PTSD. Have you seen an Indian soldier on a road begging money? No. You will find a lot of YouTube videos, US veteran begging money on the road, homeless, because the support system is not there. And it's not that this person has become the beggar because or the homeless because this person didn't get a job. No, actually the reason is this person didn't get a job because this person was going through PTSD, was not able to perform, was not able to cope up, doesn't have the courage to face an interview also, didn't apply. Understand? They succumb to their PTSD. The another factor is social support or the family support or moral support by people. At least you should have one person in your life who is the source of your happiness. Number three, those who are very calculative, very reasonable, who do not have touch of madness, who are not crazy, they are more likely to suffer PTSD. Someone who has a touch of madness, someone who is crazy, can bounce back because they are not afraid to fail, because they are not afraid to do stupid things, they are not afraid for anything. It's okay, part of life. You crush me, I will rise again. So they know they can take certain decisions, certain, yeah. Those who are very calculative, they succumb to PTSD more. Now, the diagnosis will depend on whether you are experiencing these symptoms more than 1 month, continuous, yeah. Whether you are experiencing these symptoms even after 6 months of that event has happened. Whether these symptoms or the trigger is leading to a dysfunction in your present life. Dysfunction means you are not applying for a job, you are not earning money, you are having fights, you are a relationship issue, you are not trusting yourself, you lost your confidence, you are weak, you are low mood, you're depressed, anxious. All those dysfunctions in your life. Yeah. You're not living a normal life. You're not finding your happiness. One of the most, one of the common, not most, one of the common cause of PTSD is relationship breakups. Even if it is happening at a teenager, don't forget. So that is why it is important to manage the teenagership breakup very well. You cannot say a teenager, okay, you will find another. Yeah. So because heart is, so you need to manage them differently. If you are getting affected by triggers, if you're getting affected by your images, you are going through PTSD. If it is happening continuously for 1 month, intermittently more than 1 month, and 6 months after the event is completed, that is a confirmed diagnosis. Now there are two approaches. One is you can avoid the trigger factors. What triggers you? Okay. Something that triggers your bad memories, images, you can try to avoid. But then it's very difficult. Okay. Certain things you can avoid, wow, that's good. But concrete things will be to erase your traumatic memory, replace your traumatic images, and do neuroplasticity. Okay. Now, sometimes your brain behaves in a different way. Okay. The opposite. You had such a traumatic event that you want to bury it. You want to forget that memory. You want to erase that memory and everything surrounding that. Okay. You don't have the memory of what has happened. So that is so deep buried inside. But the effect, the symptoms are still there. You understand? So sometimes some clients, they say that, sir, everything is good. Marriage is good. I'm earning well. Money is good, but not happy. Not finding happiness. Certain events in their life has happened. They have buried so much. They are not able to recollect it. Okay. Because their brain has buried it. It was so traumatic. That is why it is important to heal the trauma when it happens. Okay. So how do you present your how do you see that someone is having PTSD? Someone is irritable, low mood, lost interest, extremely high alert stage. Okay. So um, someone who's the behavior is like extreme vigilant, extreme cautious. You were betrayed by someone and now you don't trust. You ask so many questions to find out whether I can trust or not. Whether yeah, so present relationship is good, present person is good, but because you were betrayed in previous relationship, you cannot trust the present person. You know, you cannot be happy. You are not able to concentrate on your task. You are not able to focus on your task. Okay, your sleep patterns have changed. So to handle, these are all symptoms. Anxiety, stress, depression, low moods, relationship issues, trust issues. These are all symptoms. You need to heal emotional traumas. You need to work at memories. Okay. And that thing happens only with experiential psychotherapy and neuroplasticity. There is no other option. If you find that option, inform me. I will include that in my research. So most of you know that there is a research sponsored by me, which I'm doing now. So around 10 hospitals are involved. Some of you are part of it. Okay. So this is the detail of that research. You can visit there and check it. You want to hear the story mentioned in the book and then end the class? Yeah. Okay, write down what you want. End the class now or want to listen the story? Story end. Japanese story. What is a bit? Yeah, Japanese story. Okay. What's the Japanese story? Story. Okay. All those who are writing the story, it only means one thing. Someone has already cooked their food. They are going to just go and eat. Okay. If that someone is your husband, you are the most lucky woman in the world. I tell you. If that someone is your mother-in-law, wonderful. You are living your best life. You are living your best life because you have a good mother-in-law. So you should go after this class, kiss her, tell her thank you for being my mother-in-law. Yeah. Wow, very good planning. Let me guess, your birth is in January, Nutan? Write down in the chat. Is it January? 10th January or something? Yeah, I do all those stupid things for fun. April. Oh, still. Okay. It means he is really a good. Okay. Very good. Very good. As a rule, April people don't get good spouse. But being April, you got a good spouse. You are very, 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 very lucky. Hmm. So you should show gratefulness to your spouse after this class. You can express your love in the 6 styles. Whatever those 6 styles, you can read in the book, whichever is your style. You want to hear the story? Yeah. There was a boy. He didn't have left arm. He had lost in his accident. He wanted to learn judo and he went to his teacher and his teacher asked him some question, one of the teacher. And this teacher was very careful that the teacher was very careful and asked a lot of questions to this boy because the teacher is known for refusing people for training them. And this boy was surprised when he got selected. Yeah. He was assuming that he will not be selected because he only has one arm. And you know, judo and all these things, these needs of both the arms, both the legs, and everything. So his teacher, the sensei now, tells him it's not the skill of arms, it's the skill of mind. To fight someone, to fight your opponent, you need to first win here. When you have three opponents in front of you, if you select the most difficult one, it means you're not worried whether you will fail or win. You want to give it a best try. You are a strong fighter. You want to win, you know how to win your war here first. So this boy is selected for some tournaments. He fights, then rises to roses rises to state level, national level, international level champion. Okay. And when this final international champion comes, first round, he wins easily. Second round, he wins easily. Third round, he wins. Now people are very concerned. Hey, now this final round is very tough because this is a previous world champion. He has to fight. I don't think he can fight. Okay. So then the referee, his sensei comes to him and says that I have teach you one move. You use only that move. All these people, then he self-doubt. This boy doubts that everyone knows so many moves, but I know only one move. Will I win this final also? The sensei says, yes. Now, when the final championship comes, people are concerned, the referee is concerned. No, I cannot let him fight. This is a very monstrous world champion last time. He will hurt this boy. So the sensei says, no, let him continue the fight. My responsibility. Then they ask the boy. The boy says, yes, I want to fight. I believe in my sensei. I know one move. I will use only that move. I don't know anything else. Yeah. He uses his move, and in an instant, 30 seconds fight, he defeats the opponent, the world champion. And everyone was like, silence. How is it possible that a boy with one arm, never known to anyone, defeated the past world champion within 30 seconds? Then he gets the award. He attributes his award to Sensei. When he's called for the prize, the international world champion, he takes it and he says that this credit goes to my sensei because my sensei taught me only one move, and he made me believe that this one move is all you need. Then he has tears in his eyes. Then his sensei comes and says that one move is the best move. When you do that move, the only contra or the only opposition or how to counteract that move is to hold your left arm, right arm. Sorry, he lost his left arm. Sorry. Yeah. So you have the right arm, you don't have left arm, and someone to overcome that move, they will have to hold your left arm. But you don't have it. So no one can win that move. That is why you could defeat everyone within 30 seconds. So there are two things. One is everyone has only one arm. Each one of you have one arm. Number one, you believe you can win with your one arm. And number two, remember that to win over you, to counter your move, the arm which you don't have, that has to be held. If you don't have experience of counseling, and if you are starting, it's good. That is your strength. Because you have humbleness. You are ready to help more people. And there are clients who are not looking for experienced person. They are looking for someone who is young, cheerful, less experienced, because they think that more experienced person will be more costly, may have attitude, may be arrogant. So you want to go next step to help someone. If you think that whatever is your weakness, try to think, don't say that, for example, if your child asks you, I want something, don't say, I cannot provide you. Ask the question, how can I provide you? How can I provide this to my child? What can I do things? If when you were a child, you always had a dream of a fancy car, huge bungalow, big house, rich, everything good, people recognizing you, success. Over the time, you lost that dream. So you should not question, no, the life is over, 50% is done, 60% is done, now a few years are remaining, the dream is lost. No. You should ask yourself question, how can I still achieve that dream? Even if you succeed 50%, it's still a good success. Okay? Even if you succeed 10%, that is still a good success. If you are not earning anything, 10,000 is a success. If you don't have recognition, it's a success because you don't care what people think about you, what someone writes about you. No problem. You write anything about me. I don't care. You say anything about me. I don't care because I don't have recognition. I'm not afraid of criticism. That's good. If your dream was criticism, you are not received your recognition at all. Sorry, dream was recognition. You are not received your recognition till now. It's good. Now you should not be afraid of your criticism. What people think about you, what they say about you. Right? If people call you failure, good. There is nothing going to make you worse. I'm a failure. No problem. I can do anything. I can do stupid things. I can be crazy. I can experiment. I can still fail. One day I will succeed. And I need only one success. And for me, success is not 100. Success is 10 only. Right? That's good. When you are at the rock bottom, when you are at the zero, you cannot fall below that. Even if you rise to 1, that's still a success. If you think you are with a one arm, write down one arm. If you think both you have both arms and you are not doing things, then it is so bad. You have both arms and you are not using it. Very good. You enjoyed? Also equally enjoyed. Very good audience. A lot of interaction and some good questions. Cute smile. The most important quality of a good counselor is smile. Smile on your face. Happiness in heart. Release your dopamine. Either by motivating you, utilize these platforms, take the maximum benefit of this platform. These platforms are you. I'm investing a lot of money to promote you, to motivate you, so that someone, your rivalry, your old friend, your critics, your schoolmate, they search by your name. They should find you at different places. You are doing it for yourself so that the dopamine gets released. You get connected to your inner self. You get connected to your passion again. Writing, art, whatever is your passion. If you are fighting in your life, that itself is your incredible story. That itself is a second life story. Publish it. If you are having turbulent life, writing your story, that releases your burden. Get it published. There is always one person who will get motivated by it. When you are helping people, when you are practicing, if you land up in some trouble, either social media crisis or legal crisis, don't worry. I have a legal firm. You can take help of that. So I will send you the link for that. The name is Legal Wise. You can Google also, or I will send you the link for that also. So either a social media or any legal complication, you can take help of this legal team. They will take care of it. Yeah. And if you are looking for learning, marriage, relationship test, and couple activity, visit relatepillar.com or contact me. You will be able to earn 20 to 30,000 per client. When you learn these tools, you will be able to help people with 20 to 30 sessions. Yeah. See you tomorrow for marriage, relationship counseling, family therapy, relate pillar test, and couple therapy activities. Yeah, in tomorrow's class. And Sunday for psychodynamics, neuroplasticity, and experiential psychotherapy. Have a great time. See you. Bye.